Have you noticed this? No matter how old you are, you constantly feel like you're slightly late. Late to success, late to understanding things, late to becoming whoever you were supposed to be. Why does it always feel like everyone else got the memo and you didn't? You finish school and suddenly you're behind. You get a job and now you're behind on meaning. When did simply being alive turn into something you were supposed to figure out? You fix one problem and 3 new ones apply for the position. Why does solving things never feel like relief? Here's the strange part. Humans are the only animals who feel guilty for resting and anxious for enjoying themselves. A cat doesn't wake up wondering if it's behind in its cat career. A bird doesn't spiral because another bird built a nicer nest. So why do we? We wake up, check the time, check our phone, check our expectations, and immediately feel like we're late to something no one properly explained. For most of human history, this wasn't a problem. Our ancestors didn't ask, "What am I supposed to do with my existence?" They asked simpler questions. Is there food? Is there danger? Is it cold? That was it. Meaning wasn't a mystery. It was survival with better lighting. So what changed? We solved most of the survival problems and accidentally unlocked a new one. Too much thinking, not enough being. Evolution didn't design your brain to understand the universe. It designed it to notice threats, remember embarrassment from 2009, and panic just in case a tiger shows up at Woolworth's. So why do we expect it to give us peace? Even when everything is fine, your mind starts improvising disasters. The Stoics noticed this early. Marcus Aurelius basically said, most of your suffering is fan fiction. So how much of what stresses you is actually happening? The mind time travels constantly, rewriting the past, rehearsing the future, and skipping the present moment like it's an optional meeting. What if the meeting you keep skipping is the only one that matters? Now, zoom out further. The universe itself has no idea what it's doing. Stars explode without permission. Galaxies collide like drunk dancers. Time bends, stretches, and occasionally misbehaves. Physics doesn't say, this is all heading somewhere meaningful. It says, stuff happens. A lot. So where did the idea come from that you were supposed to have a plan? You're a tiny primate on a floating rock demanding clarity from a reality that never offered it. Is it possible the demand itself is the problem? Buddhism had a name for this tension, dukkha. Not misery, not despair, more like the irritation of trying to sit comfortably on a chair that keeps moving. You want stability, reality offers motion. You want answers, reality offers experience. Alan Watts noticed this mismatch and chose the perfect metaphor. Existence is like music. You don't listen to a song to get it over with. Imagine rushing a symphony like, okay, skip to the end, I've got emails. That would be insane. And yet, that's how most people treat their days. Rushing mornings, rushing conversations, rushing entire decades. Always waiting for the real part to start. Hindu philosophy leaned into this weirdness and called reality Leela, a cosmic play. Not because it's fake, but because it's unfolding. A play isn't meant to be optimized. It's meant to be witnessed. Humans, however, love optimization. We turn experience into homework. I'll relax once I understand myself. I'll enjoy this once I'm successful. I'll feel okay once everything makes sense. When has that ever worked? It never fully makes sense. Even neuroscience agrees. Your brain doesn't reward arrival. it rewards engagement. Dopamine spikes while you're doing the thing, not when you finally get the thing. That's why achievement feels anticlimactic. You climb the mountain, look around, and immediately think, okay, what's next? Why is next never enough? Because biologically, you weren't built to arrive. You were built to participate. So what happens when you stop trying to finish something that was never meant to end? This explains a lot. Why weekends disappear, why goals feel hollow, why someday keeps moving further away. You're treating the present moment like a loading screen, something to tolerate until the real content begins. But there is no DLC. This is the game. And here's the part people don't like hearing. There is no rehearsal, no practice round, no one day I'll start properly. The awkward conversations, the boring afternoons, the ordinary Tuesday you wish away. That wasn't filler. That was the track playing. So what if you've been skipping the best parts? Dancing while the music plays doesn't mean forced happiness. It means you stop demanding that every moment justify itself. Sometimes the rhythm is joyful. Sometimes it's clumsy. Sometimes it's just weird. That's fine. A dancer doesn't sue the song for changing tempo. They adjust. What would change if you did the same? So here's a small, almost ridiculous experiment. Once a day, pick something painfully normal. Brushing your teeth, waiting for the kettle, walking to your car. And for 1 minute, don't improve it. Don't narrate it. Don't escape it. Just notice. Your mind will complain. That's its job. Thank it and return. Because awareness isn't about becoming calm. It's about becoming honest. And honesty, strangely enough, is what makes everything lighter. Not easier, lighter. So maybe the point isn't to figure everything out. Maybe it's to stop standing still while the song keeps playing. The universe doesn't wait. Time doesn't pause. And no one really knows what this is all for. But it's happening.
And like Alan Watts said, life is a song. You don't have to be a perfect dancer. You just have to stop waiting for the song to end to finally start moving.